evening, dreamers. It's Margaret here with Forward Kind Heart. First a little bit about me, and then we'll jump into dreams today. So I am a healer. I am passionate about helping people to get unstuck, to heal their past and traumas and pains and relationships so that they can live their best life. I love supporting people. I love helping people. I also love helping, empowering empaths and starseeds to really embrace their gifts and to feel that their gifts are not a burden, and how to help them free themselves so they don't feel like they carry the weight of the world on their shoulders. So with that being said, welcome to Dreams. So there's a couple ways you can participate. First of all, you can watch live. Type in your dream. We can have a back and forth, which is really, really fun because then I get to learn about you as well as help you learn your own dream symbolism. Another way that you can participate is you can message me, you can email me, and then watch the replay live. And of course, I'm always honored when people share their dreams with me because I believe that we heal through our dreams, that we get answers to our questions in our dreams, and that our dreams are part of our soul's way of connecting us and helping us on its journey. Okay, so we're gonna jump into the first dream, but first, before I jump into tonight's theme of chase dreams, where we're either being chased or chasing someone, I want to apologize. I'm doing this in my living room, and I have 3 fur babies. One is a 5-month-old boxer bulldog mix who is a bit rambunctious, and I'm hoping that he will behave himself during this time. So I apologize in advance if my computer moves or a giant dog jumps on me. And I have the mother dog who, she's not his mom, but she's very mothering, and she likes to put him in check. So, all right, why you're watching dreams and chase dreams. So oftentimes when we have dreams where, cards, I almost forgot, and I have them right here. So if you remember, I'm using the Hollow Valley deck of symbols, and I love this deck because it's based on symbols, and that's so often how our dreams communicate with us, is through symbols. And so I pulled 2 cards, actually fell out. So the first card that fell out is Crow, and this card is about disruption, ill omen, destruction, obtrusion, and magic. So a beautiful card with lots of different meaning. Really check in with yourself on how you feel about crows. Some people love them, some people hate them. And so really start with how you feel before you're going into any kind of universal symbolism. The universal symbolism is what connects us to everybody, right? So that's like the stories, the myth, the legends that connect us, and these can be culturally based, these can be location based, so pay attention to that. You know, maybe you live in a region that finds crows to be giant rats with wings. However, perhaps your ancestors come from a part of the world where they really felt that crows were an omen or a bringer of magic. So really check in with your own background is what I'm trying to say. So the next one is teeth. And there is a lot of different symbolism with teeth when it comes to dreams. So again, I encourage you, if you dream of teeth, to kind of look at your own symbolism, follow your own trail, right, that we've been working on through these, and then look into any kind of ancestral connection or any other kind of connection that you feel that you can find. So for teeth, it is aggression, anxiety, defense, and conflict. And I feel that both these cards play into chase dreams really well, right? Because when we are dreaming where we are being chased, or even when we are chasing someone, there is definitely anxiety in that, right? There is fear. And there could be ill omens. You know, maybe you have a chase dream where somebody is chasing you and you feel that they are out to hurt you. They have ill intent towards you. So chase dreams, let's start with being chased, right? A lot of people seem to wake up from these dreams very unnerved, very uneasy, very unsettled, right? It's not a comfortable feeling when we wake up and we are being chased by somebody. Hey, Robin, thanks for watching. They feel very out of control, right? When we are being chased in our dreams, there is this air of not being able to have any control. A lot of people, when they're dreaming that they're being chased, feel that they can't move, that they're stuck, that there is this impeding doom coming at them that they cannot escape. So when you have a chase dream, really checking in to see who is chasing you. This is going to give you huge insight as to who or what is chasing you. Some people dream of being chased by bears. And so taking, what does a bear mean to me? And then going into that universal symbolism of what a bear means. Oftentimes people feel that they're being chased, or they dream that they're being chased by other people in cars that want to hurt them. This makes a lot of sense. If you think in our waking lives, we spend a lot of time in our cars, and a lot of times people feel very unsafe on the roads. There's a lot of road rage. There's just a lot of feeling out of control, people speeding and weaving out in and out of traffic. So again, looking at the vehicle that is chasing you, if it is a vehicle, if it's a person, also looking at the person's gender and any sort of significance there is there, and why are they chasing you? Years ago, I had a dream where Native Americans on horseback were chasing me, and I was running from them until I stopped in the dream and they caught me to let me know that some bad people had bad intent towards Morgan Freeman, who in my dream I was trying to get to save. And so really looking at what is going on. Ooh, and Robin has a reoccurring dream of being chased, or Indians on horses, or both. So exciting stuff, being chased. And especially as like children, we dream of being chased, because a lot of us as kiddos, our parents, said, look out for people in vans, stranger danger, don't talk to people in cars. And so we got this natural anxiety towards cars, towards being chased. Another thing that we did as kiddos was when we played chase, right? That kind of adrenaline rush of being chased and not wanting to get caught. So there's all kinds of different ways that you can, you need to really, I wish I could just be simple, being chased means this. It does show that there's some sort of anxiety, there's some sort of fear, there's something going on. But to get to the bottom of the anxiety, of the fear, of the other thing that's going on, you really have to look at what it is that is chasing you. Some people have dreams that phantoms are chasing you. And sometimes this can be because there are unawakened gifts. Sometimes there are people that are very intuitive and they haven't tapped into that. So this phantom is chasing them. Other times people will feel like they're being chased. A really good friend of mine dreamt that she was being chased by a demon in the house that she grew up in. And we had this beautiful conversation about how that house in the basement, it never really felt safe. It always felt like there was an entity there, that there was something going on. So we can also dream about the energy in our space. So paying attention to, like my friend, this demon is trying to get her in this dream. And remember, I've talked about dreams are multi-layered, right? So the demon could be maybe relationship isn't going well, work isn't going well. There can be that first layer of what is going on in life that demon represents. And then we can get deeper to that demon also representing, yeah, there was some bad energy in her house growing up. There was also trauma. There was some other things going on. So that demon can represent the trauma growing up. For this friend, as we process the dream, and that's one great thing about doing it when you join me live, is because, she talked about how growing up, like I said, there's this trauma, but that also there was this bad energy in the house. And where I was getting with that, as I lost my train of thought, so thank you for bearing with me, is that she has two highly intuitive kids, two highly psychic kids. She herself is very intuitive. And so her kids often they're young, so they don't know yet how to work with their abilities. So they often attract things, and things come into the house. And so when they have nightmares, they'll clear the house, they'll do some things to help the kiddos get back to sleep and release any unwanted energy that the kiddos have unintentionally brought home. So for her, this dream of this demon kind of chasing her and trying to lure her into this room was a very multi-level. It wasn't just one thing, and so that's the fun thing about dreams, is as we peel away the layers we can really look at what is going on, right? And sometimes we'll have those dreams, and not to make you feel that your dream has to have all these layers, because sometimes we have a dream and we're just like, yes, I know what this dream means. I know what this dream is. I know what's going on. And that's great. And those are, we love those dreams often. So going back to being chased, really taking that time to look at the vehicle, the people. Are they saying anything? Do they want anything? And checking in with those emotions. Are you afraid? Are you feeling anxious? Are you excited? Because that's going to help you tap into what is going on as well. Now, the flip side of that is we have dreams as well where we are chasing someone or something, where we're trying to get to something. And you can, when you hear both of these, you can look at how they interconnect as far as you understanding your dream. So again, like with being chased, you're going to look at who are you chasing? What are you chasing? What are you feeling? What is going on? We might be chasing somebody. So many times people talk about dreams where they're trying to save somebody, or they feel that something bad is going to happen to them. So they are chasing them, and the other person is unaware that they're being chased by the dreamer. And so this is huge insight, right? Because so often we perceive something that's going on in somebody else's life, and then we want to tell them, and that person is unaware of what is going on. And also in those dreams, looking at how do you also represent the person that you are chasing? How are you also that person? So what is it? So you, the dreamer, what is it that you're trying to warn the person of? And what is it that you need to be warned of? So often we dream of ourselves, but as other people. So being able to see how you relate as the dreamer and as the person you are chasing. Sometimes we are chasing animals. Sometimes we're chasing vehicles. And oftentimes for people that do have pets, those dreams indicate a fear of loss, a fear of losing those pets. So when you dream that you're chasing your pet, so often people talk to me about they had this dream that their beloved pet got out and they were chasing the pet and something horrible happened to the pet, or they lost the pet. These dreams are very clearly fear of loss, fear of losing love, fear of losing companionship, fear of losing something that is very important to you. Another way that chase dreams manifest is after somebody has passed away. People have talked about they see their deceased loved one and they're across a room, or they're across a huge area of land where the dreamer is trying to get to them, and they're just too far away, and they're feeling anxious and they're feeling sad and they're feeling upset because here is this deceased loved one, and the dreamer has a message, has something that they need to say to the deceased loved one that they can't get their attention. And that's oftentimes, chase dreams. When we are chasing someone, it is something that we are trying to obtain. So look at what is it in the dream that you are trying to attain. This is great insight into your wants, your desires, your goals, where you're going. Just take that time to look at also what it can represent in your life. Also with chase dreams, there can be an element of shadow. And remember, shadow are those pieces and parts of ourselves that we have yet to incorporate, and they often manifest as things we judge, dislike, disdain, and even hate. So shadow, one of the easiest ways to recognize shadow in our dreams is any element, being that will not look at us directly. So you might be talking to somebody and not be able to see their face. They might just be faceless people. I talked about the dream with the Indians coming on horseback, and then there was some other people there, but I couldn't see their face. They would not look directly at me. They were always looking off another direction. So that is a key sign that shadow is there. Shadow can also just be like a dark figure or something. Shadow also comes up when we are judging something in our dreams. So if we're being chased and we're like, oh my gosh, these horrible people cannot catch me. These people are awful. Take time to look at what it is about these people, or even animals or beings, that you are afraid of, that you have said they're horrible, they're awful, I don't like them. because that's your shadow, right? It's trying to catch up to you to let you know it's ready to be integrated. And so taking that time to really look at what it is and what their message is. So a lot of times in these chase dreams, right, we don't catch who we want to catch, or we don't get caught, right? A lot of times the chase dreams are just the motion of being chased. That anxiety, that fear, that movement, right? Chase dreams are inviting us to move, right? It's because we're running, something's trying to get us, or we're trying to get something else, and being able to look at what are we chasing in life? Who are we chasing? What are we trying to get to? And what are we running from? What are we fearful of? And so in your waking life, if you have a chase dream, to just really stop, literally, like while you're writing, and then just think, if I stopped, what would have happened in my dream? If I stopped, what would have been different? And sometimes we do stop, right? And that gives us sometimes some resolution, right? Because then we interact with what's chasing us. Sometimes we get sent on missions. You know, I've talked to people, you know, who have had chase dreams where then the people, in one case, it was people caught them and then they got sent on a mission. So that is also very normal for chase dreams, is to, you know, then get sent on a mission or something else. So that gives you more insight. So if you get caught, what happens? Were you kidnapped? Were you forced to go someplace or to do something? This taps into deep primal fear and being able to look at what it truly is you are afraid of in life, so that fear does not bind you or hinder you in your waking life, right? Because so often we have these fears that we push away while we are awake, and then they manifest while we're asleep, and then we say, oh my gosh, that was such a bad dream, and then we push it off. Those bad dreams are calls for us to wake up, to literally wake up in our waking life. They're bringing attention to those areas that really do need our attention. And like I said, sometimes in those chase dreams, you will be caught or you will catch the person. Oftentimes for people, when they are chasing someone, when they catch the person, the animal, the being, they feel better. Like they get some sense of relief. One person shared with me a dream where she saw a deceased loved one and he was walking across a park and she was running after him, you know, screaming for him, yelling for him. And finally she caught him and he just looked at her and said, what's going on? I'm always going to be here. And so she woke up with this sense of peace. So not always being afraid in chase dreams of being caught or catching what it is you're trying to get. And so in that process, when you're journaling, taking that time to be like, okay, what would have happened if I was caught? What would have happened if I caught what I was going after? And again, my apologies for the rambunctious puppy. So that is chase dreams in a nutshell. If you have a dream that you would like me to explore with you, message me. For those of you that have my email or my phone, text me, email me, or you can join me live here every Sunday and we can interact and we can figure out what is going on with that dream and see if we can help you resolve that. So have a wonderful, beautiful week. Thank you so much, and I'll see you next week. Bye. Can you let go on my phone?